On this Wednesday morning, love that we are halfway through the work week.
Wednesday.
Also,
hump day.
yes, also love me some syrup.
That's right.
I love it.
Cameron Fontana, he is getting ready to tour the Ludencrest Farms. Cam, what you got there?
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, we have some fresh syrup right here from Ludencrest Farms. And this morning we thought, hey, it's a beautiful day. Let's hang out on the farm. So we're going to show you what the process is and how this season was to tap the maple from the trees. In addition to that, we are going to see a ton of animals. So if you want to be close to your television, if you love seeing animals, that's all coming up on Fox 28. We're going to toss it back to you guys, and we're going to get ready to tap those trees.
7:22 now and around town. Yesterday it was all about pancakes, so naturally today we are seeing how maple syrup is made.
Cameron is live at Ludencrest Farms in Granville. Good morning, Cam.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, you know what? It actually worked out perfect. Bob, you were just talking about yesterday we had pancakes, and what goes best with pancakes? Maple syrup. So this is Bob. This is so cool at Ludencrest Farms. Tell us about the history of this farm, because this has a great significance in the city.
Okay. The farm has been in our family for 140 years. This is our 140th maple syrup season. We are the oldest maple syrup operation in the state of Ohio that was a planned sugar bush.
That's amazing. So how many taps do you have here?
In our total operation, we have about 1,500 taps.
And how was this season? Because I know with the weather going crazy, it was, 70 degrees down to 40. How does that affect the maple? How was it for you guys?
It was not the most perfect season we could have had. After the season that we've had, I'm convinced that the trees never went in a dormant state.
And that means that they're still continually flowing, right?
Right. The sap's moving in the tree and it was burning up its sugar content, and therefore this year the sap had a lower sugar content. We had to boil it longer. It took more gallons of sap to make a gallon of syrup. It's going to have a richer
The process,
amber
I was going to say, is so amazing, and we're going to see more of it this morning. But it starts right here where these tubes suck out the sap, and pretty much that's just like sugar water, right?
Correct. And we didn't get the flow this year that we should have got because the trees were never frozen, so they didn't have the pressure in the tree that we typically would have. Even when we got the thaws and freezes, we didn't get the significant flows.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to see some of the flow this morning, including, we do want to show you guys, this is Bob's favorite tree because it's got, what does it have, Bob?
It's got a butt.
It's got a butt, guys. Look at this. We're going to tap that tree.
It does.
We'll see you guys later.
The tree's been working out.
Look at
She's been doing her squats.
Cam, thank you.
Around town this morning, forget about New England. You can get some of the best maple syrup right here at home in Ohio.
Cameron Fontana, he is live at Ludencrest Farms in Granville this morning. Hey, Cam.
Hey, Adam, so we're going to bring our viewers back up to speed. We're talking about how maple is made. So, Bob, first we have your grandkids over here, Annabelle, Elijah, and Kaylee. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So it starts in the tree. So over the winter, the sap freezes, right?
Correct.
And then when the warm weather comes, then it starts to melt?
Starts to flow.
Okay, it starts to flow. And the way it flows, as you can see through all these trees, are these taps. 1,500 in this area over here. And then all those go through, is it this pump?
Yes, sir.
So then what happens? Turn this on, and what's coming out of this?
Sap.
Sap. So at this point, the sap comes out into here. Now, what is that? Like that right there?
That is maple sap.
So maple sap. So it's not sticky, because when I think of sap, I think of like the gooey stuff you can't get off your hands.
It's only 2%.
Oh, so it's basically like sugar water almost.
Correct.
So from this point, you build it into here, and then where does it go from here?
Once it goes from this tank, when we're ready to take it to the evaporator, we pump it to the bigger tanks on the hill, gravity feed the evaporator. And we try to take, if this runs today, we're going to process it today.
Really? So same day, got to get it as fresh as possible.
The sooner I can get it from the tree to the finished product, the happier I am.
It's really cool to see how far it travels, because you see all these lines. It's almost like a maze, and it starts at the tree, comes into here, and this is where it goes inside, right? This pole right behind us?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Very nice. So what's the next step in the process that we're going to see?
The next step is we're going to be boiling syrup in the evaporator.
We're going to be boiling syrup in the evaporator, guys. So that's coming up in the next hour. We got more coming up on Good Day Columbus after the commercial break, so stick with us. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It's 8:23 right now on your Wednesday, and Cameron Fontana, he is trying out a different kind of career this morning.
And he's getting his hands dirty in the process. This morning he's at Ludencrest Farms out in Granville, and so they are putting you to work.
Oh, Marshall, everywhere I go, they put me to work. And we're in our happy place right now because, one, it's warm right here.
Yes,
So
very
what
warm.
is this right here, Bob, and what are you about to do?
This is the evaporator. I'm getting ready to load wood in the firebox. This
Okay.
is a very light fire right now, so you guys can see in
Yeah,
the
about 15
firebox.
minutes ago, this thing was blazing, so stick that in there. Now, what's the purpose of this? You said the evaporator. So to kind of recap, from outside, we saw the tube. Tube
Right.
comes in, and that's the sap.
Correct.
Comes into here, and then does what?
We're going to be boiling it.
Okay.
It comes into the back flue pan, and as it gets denser, it moves to the front pan. It'll run through this maze in here till the finished product is off on the.
So what
the
is
far
it
side.
evaporating?
Just the water. All
Just
we're
the
doing
water.
with this is taking water out. We add nothing to it. We're just removing water.
So simple chemistry this morning that we're learning. Sap minus water equals maple syrup.
Correct.
That's awesome. Now,
Correct.
this is a family business too, right?
Correct.
We got the family over here. Of course, we have Annabelle, Elijah, and Kaylee, and then Bob's wife, Deb. How you doing, Deb?
I'm great, thank
I
you.
have to ask you, do you love maple syrup?
Oh, yeah, we all do.
What's it like to have a constant flow? Just anytime you want maple syrup, it is within reach.
We're pretty spoiled. They like to shop at our house.
Yeah?
And rather than the grocery. When they need maple syrup, they come over and they pull it off our shelf.
Do you like maple syrup?
Yes.
Now, here's the question everyone wants to know. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Ice cream or brownies?
Brownies.
See, I was just throwing you a curveball right there. So, Bob, I do want to come over here because this is really neat. There is an optimum temperature for this to evaporate at, right?
Correct. The top number represents the temperature of the pan right now.
Okay.
We're not up to boiling yet.
We need to get to 219.
219.5 today is what maple syrup is.
So cool.
When it gets to that, the top number gets to a tenth of a degree above the bottom
Yep.
number, it'll activate this switch
Then it comes
here,
out of there.
and it'll come out.
Sweet. Well, coming up next, I think we're going to bottle a little bit of it. And it's cool because it's kind of like Back to the Future, where we need to get to 219 miles an hour to go to the future by putting fire in there and the wood. Remember the scene in Back to the Future 3? That's what it kind of makes me think like. Chemistry. That's how I equate
So
it,
Adam
guys.
was kidding when he said that looked like the flux
Flux
capacitor,
capacitor.
but it really is.
Yeah, it is. It's the flux capacitor.
88 miles an hour, we're back in time. We're the future.
Or the future.
You say syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
Syrup. Syrup.
Well, spring is almost here, and that means all around central Ohio, farms are starting to pick up.
Indeed, and Cameron's been hard at work this morning at Loudon Crest Farms in Granville. We're talking syrup. Syrup.
That's right, guys. Kaylee, tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Okay, that's
Okay, that's good. That's good. Is that enough for you, Annabelle? Okay, so we've come to the time we are tasting. You want some too? All right, Elijah, here you go. So this is fresh maple syrup, right, Bob?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. Now, I do want to tell about the difference, and we're not going to call any specifics out, but a lot of syrup that people eat isn't syrup. Is that
Correct.
what you're telling me?
That is true. It's not. It's high fructose corn syrup, and it may have maple flavoring in
Right,
it.
but this is the real deal.
But if it says pure maple syrup on the label, it all has to be made to the same specs, and it's 100% pure maple syrup.
That's awesome. So you sit in here, you make this syrup, and you guys can go ahead and eat. I'm sorry, I'm going to pour some for you too. Now, I went a little bit overboard before the break. Tell me when to stop, Bob.
Oh, keep pouring.
Keep pouring. Oh, you like the maple
Yeah,
syrup.
oh, yeah.
Now, you have a
Oh, that's
rule.
good.
For as much as you pour, you got to eat it, all right?
Whatever you put on your plate, you got to eat.
You gotta
There's-
eat it.
There's no waste in this precious commodity.
Oh, man. So I'm going to take my bite right here. And see, it's a little cold out here. So let's see. The syrup, I did a little bit too much here. I can't wait to taste it. I'm just going to go for it. Sorry if it's messy, viewers at home. Okay. Oh, wow. That's fresh.
That's fresh.
That's just fresh. Are these good taste testers, too? Are your grandkids good taste testers?
Oh, they've been born and raised on pure maple syrup.
Are you pretty critical of it, Annabelle? I mean, if it's not tasting how it's supposed to, do you tell your grandpa, like, hey, there's something off with the maple?
no.
No, it's always good?
Yeah.
What about you, Kaylee?
I think it's always good.
It's always good. Well, you know what? This is absolutely delicious. What's really cool about this farm is not only do they make maple syrup, which where can people buy this stuff?
They can buy it at the farm or they can buy it at Ross's Granville Market. It's in the peanut butter aisle.
Nice, next to the peanut butter. And we do want to give a shout out to Bridget from Village Coffee, who's watching right now from downtown Granville. She actually brought us a bunch of coffee here. So Bridget watching, hello to all your friends in the coffee shop. And coming up next, we're going to toss it back to you guys. We're hanging out with animals, right?
Yeah.
Yes, farm animals. You guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Now we're all sugared up, so we're excited about anything.
Thanks, Cam.
So Cameron gets to eat pancakes every day now.
Yeah, he's been having a pretty good week on the food front.
In the meantime, you know who is out there among you, among the frozen crops? It's Cameron Fontana. He is live on the farm this morning.
Oh, Cam.
That's right, Sean. You know, Bob said any maple that you use, you got to clean it up. So before we go see the animals, I'm going to finish my plate here. Then we're headed out to the barn. I believe they got sheep and pigs and all sorts of animals. So if you like animals, stick with us. Donkeys, too. Elijah said donkeys. We'll see you later. I got to finish this.
You got
like
what's going on at the table there.
You got your trough down. That's
Classy.
He does. Around town this morning, Cameron is out spending the morning in Granville. He was taking stock of the maple syrup production.
Which looked super yummy because he had pancakes again. Now he's moved on and has made some new friends.
I'm so sorry, guys. About 10 seconds ago, a sheep ran from behind Edwin and freaked him out. So we're in here right now. We're on the farm now talking animals. So Bob, I mean, what kind of animals? I'm seeing one of everything here.
We have sheep. We have a multiple of different types of breeds of sheep here. We have hair sheep. We have wool sheep.
Look at that.
We and the kids raise these for their 4-H projects.
I absolutely love it. So kind of dive into that with 4-H. Where will some of these sheep go? Where do you raise them for?
We raise they're for meat.
Yeah.
They're for meat. Some of the girls will add to our breeding herd.
Wow.
We got started in the business because we have a small pasture and some small acreage that we needed to, so we didn't have to mow, so we got into the sheep business.
How cool to grow up on a farm, too, even with your kids. I mean, they're so much fun to hang out with. What does it mean to you to see them to be able to, work, take care of animals, and really make sure everything's operating?
Our grandkids are very, very fortunate. They're learning business. They're learning life cycles. All of our kids not only are an integral part of the operation, but they have their own checking accounts. They have their own debit cards. They know how to pay the bills. They run their business.
Wow.
They do it all, and we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
We're preparing them for life.
Now, you know what? A lot of these, like the sheep, don't have names, right?
Well, the kids have a lot of them.
You trying to get the microphone? You trying to get the microphone? Now, this right here, this is a little lamb, correct?
Correct.
And, oh, did you hear the lamb? Now, the lamb doesn't have a name, so tentatively, we are calling her 1070, Miss 1070.
She's a little girl.
We could call her Patty, because we know Pat's watching.
She's about 2 weeks old.
Oh, my
This
God.
was a lamb that was born, and I always, when I come to the barn, if I see new lambs, I'm always taking pictures and posting them on Facebook right away. And this one was born, and she has a litter mate that's almost identical. It's a little male. And there was only one born when I took the picture, and by the time I took the picture and posted the story, there was another one there.
One popped out, and it's so cool because as they get older, the tone of the voice goes lower, and you can hear her, the little lamb call. So we're gonna toss it back to you guys. Should we bring her back? Should this be our new kid?
So cute.
Yeah, please bring her back. She is precious.
Yeah.
Pat's a good name after one of our biggest fans. Pat loves animals. I hope he's watching right now and got to see.
We'll have to find the right space for her. 9 minutes before 10 o'clock now. All morning, Cameron Fontana has been at Loudon Crest Farms out in Granville, where they produce maple syrup, but they have a whole lot more than that.
They do. A lot of fun this morning. Earlier, we showed you the sheep, a little baby goat. Now we're going to see who he's meeting up with.
Well, we got some more animals to meet this morning with Bob. Now, Bob, who do we have right here?
This is Jack.
Tell us about Jack.
Jack is our famous donkey. We take him to various churches for Holy Week.
I was just about to ask, Palm Sunday's coming up, so I'm sure a lot of churches are looking for a good donkey.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
we can't see it real well here, but all donkeys have the cross on their back.
On the back, the stripes.
The stripe. And that's the purpose of Christ came in to be crucified on the donkey. Don't matter whether they're white, black, brown, whatever, they all have that cross.
And Jack serves as kind of like a protector, right?
Correct. We have him on the farm to protect the sheep from coyotes. And a few years ago, Jack killed a coyote on our farm, broke his neck.
What? And you wouldn't think a donkey, donkeys are kind of slow. They can be strong if they need to be.
They are very protective.
Now, one person you also don't want to mess with is such a cool animal, that ram right there.
The one with the horns. He's the daddy of most of these, and he and I, we have kind of an agreement that we leave each other alone.
A long-standing
And
agreement.
we stare each other down.
Well, I know there's a preschool down doing some things with the maple. I mean, if people are interested in bringing their family out here just a day on the farm, can they do that?
They can do that. Just call us, set up an appointment, and we'd be happy to show them what we have.
This is so cool. I want to thank you so much on behalf of all of us at Good Day Columbus, Bob, for letting us hang out on the farm with you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm going to show it one more time. The kids are hanging out there. Thanks for letting us come out this morning, guys. Woo! We'll toss it back to you. I just want to take all these back with us.
So
I think we should just have a
We
new
do too.
area.
We want
in
all
our
those animals.
Good Day Columbus Farm.
We're going to need a bigger car.
We're going to need a bigger car. Get the trailer.
We're gonna need a bigger room. Are the kids sitting on the roof?
It looked like
It
it.
looked like they're sitting on the roof.
That's how it works on the farm. They're having fun.